I'm Teresa Harding, and this is the Teresa Harding Podcast. This podcast is for people who know that this industry is not about the network marketer anymore. It's about the people we serve and the change we can make in other people's lives. It's about the entrepreneur inside of each of us who's trying to find our voice. It's for the people who want to change the world and are looking for the most powerful way to make that happen. Are you someone who gets distracted? If you get distracted, block out your time. Block out time so that you make sure you're spending the time that you need to accomplish what you're trying to do. The next reason is because they procrastinate. That's an easy one. One of my favorite quotes is, if it weren't for the last minute, a lot of things would never get done. And for me, I'll tell you what, I am in hyper progress mode. I get things done so fast at the last second. So I have had to work very hard to make sure that I plan things out in a way that I'm not doing them at the last minute. Now I'm getting things done ahead of time. And I'll tell you what, my business explodes when I do that. It's amazing. So not all of those, but many of those reasons have to do with fear. They have to do with fear. So I just want to end with how to take action. What do you need to do to take action? Number one is going to shock you. And it is this. I want you to give up. Give up. And I'm sure you're thinking, what? Give up? I don't want to give up. I don't want you to give up on your dream. What I want you to do is give up on feeling good. Because what happens is people think, well, I'm not going to do that because it doesn't feel good. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't feel good. I don't feel like it right now. Now is not the right time. Stop. Give up on that. Give up on the feeling good and realize, you want to know what? I got to get a little bit out of my comfort zone or my life will never change. It will stay exactly like it is now, the way you've been wishing that it will change. I promise you, you can change it. You can change it, and it's not as hard as you think it is. It's like Tony Robbins says. He says, most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a year and underestimate what they can accomplish in a decade. I can promise you right now that is so true. I never, ever would have believed that in less than 10 years, I could create a $1 billion business. That wasn't even on my radar at that time. I'll tell you right now, what I know I can create in the next 10 years, I know this is a true principle. So I know that it's probably going to be way more than I can even imagine. And I can imagine pretty big now. And you can too. As you get going, you will start to do that. Number two, make room for discomfort. Most people don't know how to be comfortable in the discomfort. If you are frustrated at your spouse, let's say that you have a relationship and you have an argument. Most people feel like, oh, something needs to change. Like he needs to be okay, or we need to talk about it. We need to resolve it. You know what? You can, but you honestly don't have to. My husband and I have been practicing this. It is so powerful. Guess what? I'm mad at him. He's upset with me. And guess what? That's okay. We can sit in that for a minute. We'll sit in that. We know we still love each other. We're not okay with the way things are, but we're okay to sit in it for a minute. Make room for discomfort. Number three, connect with your why. Why do you want to do this thing? And if you're not totally sure and you say, well, I want to do this because I want to help people, do that trick I taught you about, the 6 whys. Ask yourself why. Why do you want to do that for people? Well, because this and this and well, why is that important to you? Go down 6 times. I'm telling you, for some of you, by the time you get to the end of this, and I'm talking girls and guys, by the time you get to the end of this, some of you will be emotional. It will make you emotional. You'll cry because of what you figured out. Okay. So connect with your why. The next thing is set a commitment. Set a commitment. I'm going to do 1 hour every day where I don't have interruptions. I'm going to start doing this today, and every day at 2 p.m. I'm going to do whatever. Set a commitment. Number 5, start. Just do it. Okay. And then the last one is your inaction, because you're not going to be perfect. You're going to start doing stuff, and then something's going to come up and you're going to go, oh, I messed up again. I didn't do it again. So guess what? Own it. Be comfortable in the discomfort. Go, okay, I hate that I gave up again and that I blew it and I didn't do it. And I don't like this feeling. And guess what? I'm going to be okay in the fact that I don't like this feeling. And I have this feeling and I don't like it. But what that's going to do is now next, after I'm done having this feeling and I might need to sit in it for a couple hours. I might be kind of bummed about it for the evening. And then tomorrow, guess what? I'm going to do something different.